Welcome to the Great Bay Foundation podcast, Social Entrepreneurs. In their own words, Tom Kane is CEO of Cranston Arc in Rhode Island, an organization dedicated to empowering individuals of all ages with differing abilities, with dignity, respect, and choices. Tom shares what first brought him into this field and describes some of the business ventures the organization has developed to enhance its long-term sustainability.
My name is Tom Kane, and I'm the CEO of Cranston Arc, an organization in Rhode Island that provides supports and services to people with disabilities of all ages, children and adults. We also operate some business enterprises at Shred, Rhode Island, and we also have a business that does janitorial work where we clean 74,000 square feet of buildings on the Navy base in Newport. I first came into this business really kind of by mistake. I grew up with a cousin in this little Irish Catholic neighborhood in Newport, and the only reason to know that it's Irish Catholic is meant there's a lot of kids. There were 37 of us under the age of 13, and one of the kids was my cousin Willie, who at the age of 5 was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and he had to have surgery to remove that, and as a result he had some cognitive disabilities. Also, his growth was stunted a bit, and his gait and speech are off a bit. But Willie was always one of our gang. But as we got older, I started to notice how he wasn't treated the same as the rest of us. And it bothered me a bit because Willie was just another guy, and it didn't seem right that he didn't get the same opportunities as everyone else. And it was through my association with him I decided to go to school and become a special ed teacher. And soon learned that teaching was not something I wanted to do, and it didn't seem to make enough difference, and plus I don't think I was very good at it. So I moved into a job which I took just because it was open and I needed to work, and it was assisting people moving from our state institution into the community, getting to learn about their community. And to this day, it's the best job I've ever had in my life because it made a direct impact on people's lives. You could see people grow. You could see people learn what life was like outside of the institution walls. And not only what they could do day to day, but to really have an opportunity to live, to play, to work in their communities. And that's always been the drive of my passion. How do we get people to be a part of their community? I moved from that job, and I've worked in a number of different aspects of this business for a long time, and each time my drive becomes how do we change the perception of the community about people with disabilities? How do we make people with disabilities have the access they need? One of the greatest ways people get into their community is through money. You have to be able to earn it in order to have some disposable income, to get out into the stores, to be able to go to the movies, whatever the rest of us like to do. And that's why I've had a desire and a push to open businesses, because it's very hard to get people employed individually. So when we went to the optimum, which is individual jobs for people, we really switched to, all right, if we can't find them quick enough, we're going to create our own. And that has been inspiring. I never would have thought of myself as an entrepreneur before I started this, and I think it was really only through our association with Great Bay that I ever thought I did. It was all just about people with disabilities. And it kind of drives the passion in a different way, because you're driving the success of business and the success of people at the same time. And it's invigorating to be able to do things that assist people, create money, create jobs. We integrate those jobs too. We don't just segregate people with disabilities working. It's people with and without disabilities working side by side as equals. So it's something that's not only meaningful, but it's fun to do. So it's not only our present, that's what I see as our future. We want to be able to create a variety of businesses and whatever opportunities people with disabilities need in order to gain not just access and not just being in their communities, but being part of their communities, being able to access everything that's there and being accepted as equals. It goes back to our mission, which is to assist people of differing abilities to enjoy the rights and responsibilities to dignity, respect, and equality throughout all their lives.
To learn more about the work of the Great Bay Foundation, we invite you to visit our website, www.greatbayfoundation.org.